I also know that my video will not reach that much of audience in Nepal as well as in India, but also these frustrations of every Nepalese. I'm gonna say something for Indian government. If you like this video, do share. If you love this video, follow, like. So dear Indian government, this message is not coming from hate. It is coming from new generations of Nepal that has started asking questions. For decades, Nepal stayed silent. World politicians compromised. Weak leadership normalized dependency. And many Nepalese felt that their voice never mattered in South Asian countries. But now a different generation is rising. A generation that grew up with the internet. A generation that studies history in its own. And generations that do not blindly believe political propaganda. And generation that wants Nepal to stand by its own dignity. Not against India, not against China, not against any of other countries, but for itself. This is why figures like Balensa is getting hype and he's getting more importance. Whether people criticize him or like him, one thing is clear, that he thinks for Nepal and Nepalese and represents the Gen Z protest and Gen Z people. Our generations tired of world diplomacy, corruptions, foreign influence, and politicians who speaks loudly inside Nepal and remains silent internationally. The Lipu Lake, Limpiadura and Kalapani land issue is not just the issue, but it's our pride, it's our dignity, and it is our self-respect. It is also emotional, historical, and for many Nepali young people, it becomes a symbol of sovereignty and self-respect. When India says Nepal claims are not based on historical fact, many Nepali felt ignored instead of heard. And this is where India must be careful, because the new Nepal is no longer the 1990s Nepal. It is one of the sovereign nations in the world. Today's Nepali youth watches global politics. They compare leadership styles, they question treaties, they discuss diplomacy online, and they are emotionally driven by the nationalism, just like Indian youth. If Indian policymakers thinks that Nepali frustrations can be dismissed as a small nation's or as a small nation's policies, then they may misunderstand what is changing in South Asia. Because what happened in Nepali Gen Z politics can happen anywhere. Young people across South Asia are being frustrated and losing their trust against world political systems and politicians. They are looking for anti-establishment leaders. They are supporting personalities instead of world systems. And they are becoming more emotional about national identity. Balensa rise itself became proof of that political shift. Many analysts and online discussions now describes his popularity as a rebellion against the old political structure. India should understand this carefully. Respect creates friendship, pressure creates resistance. Nepali people do not hate Indian people. In fact, millions of families, culture, business, religion, and histories are connected together. But friendship between two nations survives only when dignity exists on both sides. The young generations of Nepal is not asking for war. It is asking for equal rights, equal treatment, and their self-respect and a good recognition. And if South Asia ignores the angers of Gen Z politics, then one day every world political system, whether in Nepal, India, or elsewhere, may face the same anti-establishment wave from its own youth. Because this government is different. It is fearless, it is connected, and it no longer wants to stay silent. And this is why the movement like Cockroach Janata Party are starting to connect with young people emotionally. Maybe it is not a strong or powerful national party. Maybe it's just a growing idea till date, but the message behind it represents something bigger happening in Nepal and across the South Asia. Young people are no longer waiting to save the world politicians and world political systems around the globe and in India too. They want bold leadership. They want transparency, nationalism, accountability, and actions against the decades of speech. The rise of independent voices, digital movements, and Gen Z political thinking is changing the future of Nepal. And if traditional government continues ignoring youth frustrations, corruptions, unemployment, brain drain, and national identity issues, then new anti-establishment like Cockroach Janata Party may become stronger than anyone expect, because these generations does not fear powerful systems anymore. It questions them, challenges them, and if necessary replace them. So be careful, Indian government. Your youth are rising and they will fight against you, speak against you soon. This is why do not hate Nepal and do not try to encroach the land of Nepal. Jai Nepal.